Okay, I think we're going to cover, since I covered Bratton Prime, I might as well go with almost the pistol version, and that would be Akstiletto Prime, which is pretty fun. I mean, I like them. I use them a certain way. If you'll notice, I build them for corrosive and blast. 100% status chance. This is a different ribbon. I used to have damage, multi-shot, crit chance ribbon, but I got rid of it. I gave it away or something. I use corrosive and blast for reasons you will see in this video. Blast knocks everything down, onto the ground. And then I go in and melee. And since this is going to be a void mission, I can't go wrong with corrosive against void Grenier and blast damage to knock them on their booty. So that's what I'm going to do. I think. Yeah, you can actually use Creeping Bullseye, because Lethal Torrent makes up for it on Akstiletto Prime. There are some weapons that can take the negative fire rate and it not hurt them too awful bad. So, as you can see, I have the depolarity in there from my other ribbon. And now that I gave the other ribbon away, I need to throw another formal in there to make it go away, basically. And if I'm going to make it go away, I'll just make it into a polarity that will give me more than enough space for future mods or whatever I need. And we are going to go to Sortie, I think.
You have loyalty issues, Tenno. My Zanuka project will fix.
This should be interesting. I'm going in with no primary. Just Akstiletto Prime and Graham Prime.
Eliminate all Corpus threats.
See, I basically use Akstiletto Prime as a utility weapon. Because you'll see every time that I shoot, whatever I hit, see like that, they just fall on the ground. And there is a couple enemies that will not fall, like Nox, for instance. Nox, you cannot knock him down. It doesn't matter, Blast will not knock him down. But I basically use Akstiletto like when I use them. I use Kit Gun most of the time now. I do Rattle Guts. I don't do Catch Moon. I like Rattle Guts. But see, that's how I use them. Especially for gunners or I don't know, heavy gunners. So gonna die. Oh, what the? One of those have no idea. I'll have to relook at the video and see how I died. But no worries. You're pretty good. But, like, so, basically, the only, or there's a few, there's just only a few secondaries that I got a couple that I can come into the sortie with just my pistol, and do the entire sortie, and never have a melee or a primary equip. There's only a couple of them. But, like, basically the sole purpose of a secondary weapon is for when you go down and your teammates are reviving and you're shooting the enemies so that they're not getting shot and die. Is basically what a secondary is for. And there's some that's just fun to just go in. But see how all of those fell when I, skimmed across at head level. Akstiletto is really good at knocking enemies on their butt while somebody's reviving. And that's how I got into them. But in order to get them to 100% status chance, technically you need all 4 gold stat mods. So if they can reach 100% status chance, they're a disposition 1 weapon. So if you get status chance on a Riven, it's not actually that much. You don't get that much at all. So but they turn into pretty good hybrids. I built them for status chance because I knew I was coming second sortie, and I wanted to show how I use them rather than just an overpowered build, because they can't be overpowered. They're very old pistols, and they're just not part of the power creep. So I use them a particular way, and he's down. And I use them that way. I started a long time ago, and it's just how I use them. Nobody has to use them like I do, but it's very effective if you have a very strong melee weapon. If you have a strong melee, and you need to close distance on an enemy, like I just did there, you can shoot an enemy, they get knocked down, and you can close the distance to them so that they're not pounding, like they're not shooting at you. As I said in the beginning, like, these are more utility pistols. I use them to get a certain effect off of an enemy, and I essentially use 2 weapons. Like, my melee it's intentional. I knock them down and then see, I could close the distance right there, or wait for them to get back up, and I can knock them right back down. See, it's right back down again. I mean, they're not power pistols. I have a set of power pistols, and I used them for the longest time. Oh man, I'm stuck. But I got into a little bit of, I had to, for MR reasons, and to get it out of the way, I went into kick guns. Got away from my main pistols for a little bit. That's just how it happened. Here, why don't you get knocked down? See, heavy gunner.
The enemy is broken. Well done.
Knock them down and close the distance. I did it basically for the heavy gunners. The heavy gunners and the bombards. Because they get knocked down. If you can knock them down and close the distance, you can take some damage off of yourself. I mean, that's what I use Akstiletto Prime for. I mean, I don't use them very often anymore, but if I do use them, that's what I use them for. And they're fun. If you go to a lower level, just goofing off mid-level, like, they're fun. They will wreck anything 50, level 50. They'll just mow down whatever you need. And, I don't know, I enjoy them. I like the fast rate of speed. The clip is big enough, and the ammo, like, reserve is just fine. So there is Akstiletto Prime for you. And sorry it took a couple days, but July 4th, things like that. 10 Ocon's tomorrow. So hopefully, it should be good. It should be a good weekend. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all, folks.